Today we're picking ourselves up by our bootstraps. What's going on, guys? Josh is the name, Magnitude is the channel, and let's talk money. Today we're going to be talking about what it means to bootstrap a business, and if you don't know what that means, stick around because I'm going to talk about it. And I have a really fun announcement at the end of the video, so make sure you stay till the end. You've heard the saying before, just pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. The expression started in the late 19th century to imply that a feat was impossible. When you know the origin of the saying, it's really easy to understand the criticisms about it. But that's not the only meaning of the word bootstrap. In fact, in business, it means to achieve success with a business with no outside help or assistance. Today, bootstrapping is a term used to describe a method of building a business from scratch. A bootstrap business will start with a very minimum investment in a minimum viable product, and as the business owner finds their market, they'll take the proceeds from the initial sales and reinvest them into the company to grow it. Interesting fact, more than 80% of startups are started with the business founder's personal finances, and the median startup capital is around $10,000. Bootstrapping sounds like a great idea, and in many cases it is, but there is a downside to it. A business that is extremely limited in startup capital can make growth difficult. It can inhibit a company's ability to promote its product or even itself, and it can even hurt the quality of the product as the business is getting kicked off. Hey look, I found a key. The upside to bootstrapping is that the entrepreneur gets to retain total control of the business. There are no other investors to please, and you can take the company in whatever direction you want. Bootstrapping doesn't only have to apply to a business that is centered around a product or an invention. If you want to start a shop, you can bootstrap that. You'd have to start with some basic products, some basic inventory, and as you start making sales, you take your profits and use that to buy more inventory and products to sell. This way, you can cycle upwards. Have you ever played the trade-up game, where you start with a really small item and then slowly trade it over time for something bigger or better, and then continue that process until you have something really big and awesome? Well, bootstrapping a business is kind of like that. If you want to read a story about a guy who started with one red paperclip and ended up trading up to a house in about a year, Google one red paperclip. It's a pretty cool story. The trade-up game is kind of the perfect metaphor for bootstrapping. You start small and then you continue to reinvest until you have something big. Alright, so if you're sticking around for the fun announcement, here it is. I was at a thrift store this weekend and I noticed that they had a VHS copy of the original Star Wars trilogy. Now this was the last release, the one that they did in, I think it was 94, 95. The last time they released the original trilogy before George Lucas started tinkering with the special editions. I ran a quick search on eBay while I was at the thrift store and saw that it's going for around $10, so I ended up picking it up. It was $2 at the thrift store. If I could sell it for that price, that's potentially 4x on the original purchase price, which is awesome. So I went ahead and bought it, and we're gonna see if we can flip it. So I bought it for $2. I'm going to see if I can sell it for around $10 on eBay. Essentially, I'm going to see if I can flip it, and I'm going to start a bootstrapping experiment. But hopefully that sells, and I'm going to be taking all of the money that I make on that to buy more merchandise to sell in my eBay store. I'm going to continue this process for the rest of the year, so we've got about 6 months left in 2020. Let's see how far I can bootstrap this business. Hopefully this first item sells and it's not a bust, but if it doesn't sell, maybe I'll just go pick up something else and we'll up the starting price to more than $2. Wouldn't that suck if this never gets off the ground? But hey, that's part of this channel's experience, is legitimate business experimentation. So let's see how far we can take this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for continuous updates on the project. Probably won't be every video, but we'll check in at least once a month on it. The only other investment I've made on this project is a 33-cent poster board for product photography. A white poster board works really great for product photography because you can set things on it, curve the poster board up against the wall, and you don't get any seams or corners in the photos. As you can see here, I've got the product listed. It looks pretty nice. I feel like I could have done a little bit better editing of the brightness and contrast on the photos, but I think they work pretty well. I didn't invest in a new camera or anything. I took these photos with my cell phone. So what do you think? Do you think I'll be able to sell this? Do you think I'll have to invest in more product to get this thing off the ground? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you made it this far in the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help out the channel a ton. If you'd like a discount on Audible for the summer, check out the link in the description below. And check out Webull and M1 Finance. Great stock investing platforms. Webull will give you some free stocks. M1 Finance is my favorite, so be sure to check those out. And I will talk to you next time. Peace.